All right, come on. Listen up. So what we're going to do today, guys, is Adam's going to be on the show. He's going to be filming his stand-up special pretty soon. But we need you guys to kind of give him a little bit of practice. He's worried about hecklers. So what we're going to do is give him a nice, controlled heckle space that he can practice in. Sound good?
Ooh, there's a Charizard right around the corner.
All right. Just give him a hard time. Let him know you're there. Let him practice a little bit. I think it'll all work out. Are we good?
Zach, I think they got it. I can take it from here.
All right. Good luck, bud.
Thanks, man. What's up, Alcove? It's good to be here.
Woo! Yeah, all right. This better be funny, dog.
Zach, I haven't said anything yet.
Hey, man. Hecklers don't care when you start, all right? They're like Cobra. Strike at any time, all right? I mean, what am I paying for?
It's going to be a free show, okay? My recording will be a free show. You're not paying anything for it. Okay, Zach?
Yeah, but what am I going to pay for the album?
Zach, if you pay for my album and then you find out that you have heckled on it, didn't you just ruin paying for my album?
Why don't you sass me, boy? Go ahead and get with the jokey jokes.
All right, fine. You guys think if we ever go back to the moon...
We never went the first time, ass.
It's not a question. It's the premise. It's the setup for the joke.
The truth doesn't need a setup. We never went to the moon. Stay woke.
What's wrong with your bud?
Charizard got away.
Oh, well. Well, listen, we need your help here with Adam. You need to kind of heckle him, get him ready for his show.
Oh, Condra's doing his jokes. Isn't that fun? I'm sure this will be a real blast.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Whatever. Look, you guys think if we ever go back to the moon...
You have terrible interpersonal skills.
What does that have to do with my material?
I mean, is this why you're in comedy? So that you can maintain the illusion that you actually have some control over people?
I don't know. This seems way too overthought for heckling, man.
You don't know how to maintain genuine conversations with people. So you compensate by performing comedy in front of audiences who feel they have to be silent out of some misguided dedication of the social contract? Well, not me. You're not going to get me, Mr. Man.
It's okay. Look, can I just do my jokes and you can heckle like a normal person?
See, you don't know how to listen to people. This is exactly why your last relationship fell apart.
Bob.
Jesus, dude.
What? All right, look, I didn't catch the Charizard out there, and I may be taking my frustrations out on you, and I'm sorry.
It's fine, dude. Just...
Please, do the joke again. Really.
Okay. You guys think if we ever go to the moon, there's going to be an Alexander Shannara billboard there waiting for us?
No, of course no one thinks that. Well, on this week's episode of What's Happening in Alabama, we have comedian Adam Condra and museum naturalist Todd Hester. And of course, your host for What's Happening in Alabama, Zach Travis.
Hey, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zach Travis, and welcome to What's Happening Alabama. Before we get started, a big thank you to Matt Bryant, Patrick O'Brien, Seth Bright, and Pruthal for helping us out today. And as always, my co-host with the co-most, Mr. Bob Baker!
Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're really glad to have you out. I'm surprised that you could make it. I know your busy schedule.
Very busy.
You know, sitting around playing Pokemon Go.
I almost got that thing earlier, but alas, here we are.
It's crazy that there was actually a Charizard just outside the Alcove International Tavern. Ladies and gentlemen, the Alcove International Tavern, where we are right now. Yeah! Good stuff right there, baby. They got all kind of drinks, all kind of snacks, well, not really, they got some snacks.
Charizards aplenty.
I mean, there's plenty of Charizards out there for you to come on down. Alcove International Tavern, not a Pokestop. Well, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the show to get started. I'm ready for all of our sweet guests that we've got on. And of course, for the events!
Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, it's the World Deer Expo.
Man, all that that beer in one place. I can't wait. Chug, 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 chug a lug, drink it all up, drinking all that beer.
Deer Expo.
What's the fun in that?
Oh, come on, it's great fun.
What kind of stuff can you do at the World Deer Expo?
Man, you can sit there July 13th through the 15th at the BJCC, $17, and it's all ages. That's right, buddy. I mean, what's not fun about deer? Think about it. They go in your yard.
True.
They eat your grass.
Uh-huh.
They are majestic.
They're also a pest.
Get a gun, shoot their little heads off, and throw them in a ditch. Burn them up. Kill them, and learn how to kill them better than anybody else at the World Deer Expo.
You think they'll be selling buck piss? That's the only way to attract a mate.
That got me thinking about that piss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rain it on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spray.
You think that's funny?
I don't know. Probably not.
Okay. What's the next event?
All right. Golden Hour presents music by Resort Realism, Kefaray, and Kudos, and art by Andrea Dillingham at the Art Bar.
In where?
Monday, July 16th in Birmingham.
Yeah!
That's right. The Art Bar is located on the bottom corner of the Thomas Jefferson Towers near Plum Street.
How about that?
Hot damn.
Gonna be a whole bunch of great music and at such a cool venue too.
I mean, it's only $5. It's 21 and up. Come on out, y'all. Get yourself some art. Get yourself some music. Go to the Thomas Jefferson Towers, which I didn't realize we had. There's 2 of them. Towers. Multiple.
It's like
that might be a typo. There might just be one
of Thomas Jefferson, and you can like the Statue of Liberty, climb in them and use them to fight ghosts.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never been to Birmingham.
It's what's happening in Alabama, dude.
It's Sloss Fest, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All right.
That is the appropriate amount of reaction for this event.
All
Thank
right.
you.
That's going to be Saturday, July 14th through Sunday, July 15th at the Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham. And day passes are starting at $95.
Damn, dog. You better be getting a whole mess of entertainment for
Guess
that.
what? You're going to get bands on bands on bands. So many bands you won't even know what to do with them.
How many bands?
40 probably.
What kind? Well, who are they?
I don't know. But what do you think's going to be there?
Doogie Howser and the MDs.
That's right. They'll be there. How about Chunk and the Munkos?
What about Stump?
How about Jonathan and the Ham Burglars?
Milk Jug.
Hey, Milk Jug.
Actually, Milk Jug is an actual band for Birmingham, and they won't be there.
Probably not. They will be playing at maybe Zydeco sometime. We should have looked up where Milk Jug was playing.
They're great, though.
Hey, we'll put it up on the screen. Milk Jug.
Check them out.
Unknown Henson is coming to town, ladies and gentlemen.
Who?
Unknown Henson.
Oh, I know who that is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Man, that's that dude who's the voice of Early Kyler from Squidbillies.
Hot damn! Woo!
But he also does a whole bunch of other cool stuff.
That's right. Unknown Henson. He's going to be at Stand Up Live in Huntsville. It's $20 and 19 and up. And that's right. Unknown Henson. Vampire. Gitbox player. Chart topping hair. Chart topping teeth. We probably could have got him on the show.
That would have been a lot of fun if we had.
He'd probably do it for, I don't know, $20 and a liter of whiskey, probably.
Pack of smokes.
I don't know, does he smoke?
We don't condone smoking on this show.
We don't condone smoking or drinking or use of any drugs or alcohol of any kind, unless you are of the legal age to do so, and then do whatever you want. It's your life. It's your mall. Welcome to Eastdale Mall. Our newest sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, Eastdale Mall in Montgomery, Alabama. Eastdale Mall, we're about to be closed. How's that for events?
I think that's good, right?
Yeah.
That's good enough.
I think we got one more.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Aren't we going to have Adam on the show?
we are.
Well, let's do it.
All right.
What, do you want me to do it?
Now, you. Ladies and gentlemen, your next guest will be recording a dadgum album. That's right, Adam Condra records a dadgum album at Saturday, July 21st at Druid City Brewing Company. It's totally free, 100% free. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, please put your hands together for the one and the only, Mr. Adam Condra!
Thank you.
Oh my God, thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you, Zach. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for
Hey,
having me.
thank
on.
you, Bob.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for. So, comedians all over the place. They all have like a shtick,
Yes.
right? Doug Benson loves weed.
Yes.
Sam Kinison screamed a bunch.
Yes.
Jim Gaffigan's a fat prick.
Yes.
Why is it that you chose huge nerd?
Because the only alternative was I hate kids, and so I worked that angle for a few years, and then people walked up to me and they were like, "Do you really hate kids this much?" And I was like, "No." And so they told me to be more honest, and I was like, "Okay, I'll just pivot to huge nerd."
Okay.
You know.
Real quick, follow-up question. How excited are you for the Hellboy reboot?
I'm very excited, actually.
Of course. Yeah, you would be.
Well, you know, it's releasing in January, which is a bit of a concern, you know, because that's like movie studio dumping ground.
Okay.
But they hired Neil Marshall, who's a great director. They hired David Harbour, who's a great actor. They got Mike Mignola to write the script.
Oh my God.
The creator of Hellboy.
Woo!
I'm pretty excited.
Okay.
I gotta say, I think it's got some promise.
Did you follow that at all?
It's in good hands.
It's follow-up to the follow-up question.
Okay.
What's your favorite action figure that you own?
My favorite action figure that I own, I have a 25 points articulation 6-inch model of George from Halo Reach. He's the original Spartan 2 on the team. It was his job to hold off the Covenant after they planted a bomb on the mothership. He died doing that. I get emotional about that scene. But he looks over my bookshelf now.
He died a man of honor and doing what he loved.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I liked about Halo is when I killed somebody and walked over to him and I just dropped my nuts on him over and over.
Yeah, that's what they teach you in the UNSC. It's just
The UNSC?
you might have shot them, United Naval Space Command. You might have shot them, and then they are feeling too confident about it, and so a good teabagging really puts them in their place. That's what you want to do.
You'll never know the next time you get to teabag a man.
There's also that, yeah.
Why do they call it teabagging?
Well, because yeah. Have you literally never put this together? It's a euphemism.
Well, all the tea I've ever drank comes out of an urn and you put it in a cup.
Yeah, but
where's the bag come from?
Okay, so what happened was trade ships from India in the late 17th century needed a method to transport tea leaves without them spoiling before they reached their destination. So what they would do is they would dry them out on site and then grind them up into a fine powder. And then once they were in a fine powder, they would install them in these little cloth sachets. Not sachet, common misconception. And then they would pack them tightly in boxes so that you could have all these individual units of tea traveling in crates safely across the world, fit for consumption. We famously did not want to do that at the Boston Tea Party, but that's beside the point. The point is that you can get fresh tea from a small bag. It was actually very innovative for its day. And when you dip it to steep the tea in the hot water that you're using, it looks like a man's nuts.
That is fascinating stuff.
Yes.
Hard-hitting facts about teabags.
I gotta be honest, this is not where I predicted this interview going.
Well, we usually never know how to predict where any interview goes, but here we are. Hey.
So because of the East India Trading
Welcome
Company,
back.
that's why you do that in Halo. It's an old English tradition.
Sick. Let's talk about something other than video games. Outside of comedy, outside of video games, you are an educator.
Yes.
You are a teacher.
Yes.
What is the biggest problem you have with America's future?
The biggest problem I have with America's future is that they, gosh, where do I start? Well, they think string cheese is good, and I have to watch them day in, day out. They'll do this thing where they all get string cheese, because it's a common children's food.
Right.
They come in my classroom and they eat it raw in these big chunks, like that's a thing that normal people do. And
What normal people do is put it in a bowl and stick it in the microwave, nuke that sumbitch for 30 seconds and eat it with a spoon, like the rest of us red-blooded Americans.
not a spoon, Triscuits. You dip some Triscuits in there.
That sounds French to me, and I won't have it.
Maybe a little rosemary, a little olive oil. Just scoop it straight out. It's delicious. Armor sausages, that's another one I detest. They peel the top off the can and then they just throw it back like it's a shot.
What did you call them?
Is this? I'm
You know,
sorry.
like
Do you
the armor sausages, the
do you-
little like wiener dogs you get at a gas station.
Vienna?
Yes, that's it.
Vienna sauce? Yeah,
Yes,
the
yeah.
armor is also. Do you
Yeah.
teach children or like 68-year-old widowers?
Honestly, if you model the behavior in a neutral zone, I don't think any of y'all could tell, really. If you were just to hear that in the abstract, someone
Ooh.
drinking Vienna sausage water.
By
That's
the
some
way,
good meat juice.
just real quick, Vienna Sausage Water will be playing at Schlossfest. Check them out in their new hit song, I Cut Myself on the Can. Adam, you do have your album recording. You're a comedian.
Yes.
I know we've talked about basically everything but comedy.
Yeah.
You're going to be recording your album at Druid City Brewing Company. How have you been preparing yourself to do such an act?
Well, so the biggest challenge to recording, an hour-long set in Tuscaloosa is that we have one open mic a week here, and then 2 more in Birmingham, which means you've got about 15 to 20 minutes of stage time per week that you can use to work on it.
Thanks, Stand Up Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. Which is a problem because if you're doing an hour-long set, it takes 3 weeks to rehearse the album. So it's been very painstaking. It's been a very long, laborious process going to all those mics. I'm just kidding. I do this over and over in my apartment again until it's all
I was going to
worked
say,
out.
you don't
Yeah.
need somebody in front of you.
No.
Just practice.
No, I just annoy the shit out of my neighbors, and that's how I.
Well, you don't have to be that loud.
Well, if I'm not. If
Do
I'm
what
not
I
doing it,
do when I practice. I take the covers in my bed and I throw them over my head and
Yeah.
I put a little flashlight under me and I whisper all of my secret dreams into it.
That is adorable.
Thank you.
I might consider therapy instead of comedy. Then therapy costs money.
Do you have any other
Oh,
questions?
that's not
for-
tea.
No, it's not. Oh, little baby Travis can't drink his little drink.
You okay?
Just tell them about the album. Tell them about it. Where's
Okay, it's Druid City Brewing Company, July 21st. There's going to be 2 recordings, one at 7 p.m. and one at 9 p.m. That way, all the editors and such, you're doing this. I asked y'all to do it. Have enough material to work with to get all the best bits together on the album. And then the album itself, I don't know when it's going to be released, whenever we're done with it, and we can get it up on Spotify and iTunes. It's Jim Beam, man. It's not that bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Condra. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our last guest of the night, museum naturalist Todd Hester.
Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you for coming on the
Appreciate it.
show.
No problem.
So, Todd, you're from the University of? You say it. I don't know. I
The
can't.
University of Alabama, Alabama Museum of Natural History, and I am the museum naturalist.
Well, Todd, what is it you do, and what are we looking at?
So naturalists, we are science educators, and so we teach science in an informal setting, i.e. the museum. We go to the classroom as well, and we do field trips. That's kind of what I'm here to talk about today. Field trips.
That's right. The field trips are the important part because not only kids are involved, everybody's involved. Everybody can come out. July 13th. 15th. July 15th, the Shark Tooth Creek Expedition, or it's not an expedition. Sure, we'll call it an
Sure,
expedition.
it's an expedition, yeah.
Will be at the start at the Alabama Museum of Natural History on the campus of University of Alabama at Smith Hall.
Smith Hall.
Smith Hall. It's going to start at 8 a.m. It is $30 to join up. Sign up at the website at
www.almnh.ua.edu.
We'll put that up there in case that's too much to handle. And you go on out, and so everybody's going to get in a van.
We load them up in a stinky university van, and we go out to 2 creeks. The first one's down in Hale County. Hell yeah.
Woo! Hell yeah!
And
Hot damn!
the second one is in Greene County.
Green yeah! Woo!
Greene County. And we go looking for teeth.
Just laying on the ground like dentures?
They're
or-
redneck teeth. We go look for the
Okay.
redneck teeth. Nice, big, rotten redneck teeth.
So no, we're looking for shark
Shark teeth.
Because it's Sharktooth Creek.
Sharktooth Creek. There are many Sharktooth Creeks.
It's a little on the nose.
So there
It's
are a lot of
little on the nose,
Sharktooth
if you ask
Creeks
me.
all across the Black Belt of Alabama. The ones we go to, like I said, they're in Hale County and Greene County. And these are just a sampling of things that you can find, well, except for this guy. Those are all a sampling of things
So you can find most of this stuff out there when you go on the trip.
Yep.
All right, so let's run through some of this. So what is this? This is a rock?
That is not a rock. Well, technically it is a rock, but it's a rock.
Looks an awful lot like a rock.
Looks like
Todd.
a rock. But if you look on this side, you can see the spongy looking pattern, and that's the marrow of a bone. This is a bone you're looking at. Probably.
I thought you said it was a rock.
So it is a rock.
Okay.
So that's what happens when fossilization occurs. It turns into a rock, and that's what blows people's minds away. So this is a rock, but it's a fossil. It's a rock and fossil.
So you're telling me every time I go to a museum, and there's a big old dinosaur.
Yep,
That's a rock.
that's a rock. From a technical standpoint.
Dinosaurs are bullshit. All right, let's keep moving. All right,
Keep moving.
so we got
So these are bone fragments from
okay.
probably turtle. These are teeth. This shark tooth right here is from something called Squalicorax.
who? What
Squalicorax. They're playing at Sloss Furnace.
are they?
Squalicorax.
All right.
Then we've got the big.
I know what these are.
Yeah.
These are arrowheads.
Those are not arrowheads.
This looks like an arrowhead.
It looks like it could be an arrowhead. It looks like you could definitely fashion a weapon out of it. But those are teeth. Those are shark's teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, you do a little Wolverine action there.
Ah, get you.
Okay, that didn't really. Okay.
Okay. Why don't you get a little bit more prepared? All right, Bob.
It's completely out.
All right. Fine.
So those are a shark called Scapanarhynchus. So
So you just make it up. You just make it up as you go.
one thing
This
you'll
is
know.
this is the Squibbity Dop. This is this is this is the Hambone Jambone shark.
That's it. So paleontologists, they just name these things ridiculous. So we call them goblin sharks. And then this is probably my favorite shark
right.
tooth right there. It is a shark tooth.
That's not a shark tooth.
That's a shark tooth.
No, that's a.
Looks like Mount Fuji if you look at it from the side. Like it's a beautiful shield volcano.
Why Mount Fuji?
I don't know. It could be any, like Mount Olympus. I don't know.
So
But
these
those
are shark teeth.
Shark teeth, and they're called Tychodus.
All right, fine. All right, I'll buy that one.
But it's spelled P-T-Y.
No, all right. All right.
Shell-crushing
Got
sharks.
some more. Let's talk about the elephant shark in the room.
So this guy right here, this is Carcharicles megalodon. Carcharicles megalodon.
Megalodon. I heard of that.
Megalodon.
That was what was it? Megalodon versus Super Shark.
There you go.
Super Croc.
And then there's a documentary supposedly on Discovery Channel about megalodon still living, right?
So they only had the one big tooth, right?
Just
and they were
one.
about as big as I am.
Just
It's
one,
just
and then they used that one tooth to just,
dig holes.
No, they had a full mouth of these, thousands of these teeth inside their jaws.
So how big would a megalodon be if this is one tooth?
That's a good question. So they range in size. Conservatively, 60 feet long. That's about the size of a bus and a half, a school bus and a half.
About how many people can go to Sharktooth Creek at one time?
About how many people can go in.
Okay, all right. All right, Todd,
Choose carefully.
you got a bunch of them in here. Let's just pick one at random. What about this? What is
What
this
about
one?
that one? So that one, I want you to take it up and smell it real good. Get it close to your nose. What does it smell like to you? Smell good?
Smell like a rock, I
It's
guess.
like a rock,
yeah.
right? You want to lick it? See what it tastes
Not
like?
really. I don't really feel like licking a rock right now.
So that's what we call a coprolite.
Coprolite. So it's made of copper, I assume?
No, it has no copper in it whatsoever. What it does have is, let's say dung. That's fossilized poop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, museum naturalist of the University of Alabama, Alabama Museum of Natural History, Mr. Todd Hester. Thank you so much for coming out.
Zach.
Ladies and gentlemen, head on out to Sharktooth Creek at Smith Hall. Check out on the University of Alabama's website right here, and we'll see you next time. A big shout out, a big thank you to my co-host Bob Baker, to Patrick O'Brien, Matt Bryant, Seth Wright, and Pruthal Kokata for coming out and help us out. And of course, everybody out in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. That's it for us. Goodbye. Goodbye.